Hey there, my name is Jason. I'm a registered polysomnographic technologist, sleep tech, founder of Free CPAP Advice and freecpapadvice.com/forum. And first off, I just want to karate chop the mic. No, first off, I just want to say a huge thank you to every member of my forum, as well as even other forums and people who are just active on my YouTube channel, responding to videos and asking questions and answering questions. One, I learned so much from you guys, but also it kind of keeps my finger on the pulse of what's going on in the CPAP community from a patient's perspective, which helps me do my job better and then kind of, pull it together and try to curate content for this channel. So I thank you so much. And plus, you guys have no idea how much help you're offering to other people. You guys spend hours of your own time helping other people out, and I think that's great. So I just want to say thank you, because again, I'm getting another great question from a forum member of mine, and this is from Teresa in Tallahassee. And so anyway, what she asks is, or what she's really worried about, is how come, she's doing her therapy, she's using using a PAP therapy, positive airway pressure therapy, and is very concerned that she's not remembering dreams. And she's saying, I don't have any REM sleep. Which my question, of course, is how do you know you're not having any REM sleep? And typically the answer to this is, I know I'm not having REM sleep because I'm not remembering any dreams. And just because you're not remembering dreams does not mean that you're not having REM sleep, which is typically what is associated with dreams. So there's a pretty interesting study that was done. So stage 1 sleep, they had a bunch of people sleeping. Once they fell asleep, they'd monitor them. And when they were in stage 1, they'd wake them up, ask them, did you have a dream? And if they did have a dream, they would ask them, what was the dream about? And so they repeated this with stage 1, they repeated it with stage 2, stage 3, any of the slow wave sleeps. They actually did it back in the day when there was stage 3 and 4. Now there's just 3. 4 doesn't exist anymore. It's gone. Then they have REM sleep. So they ask these people that exact same series of questions, or just one question. Did you sleep? Yes or no? Did you feel like you had a dream? Yes or no? Stage 1 sleep was extremely rare. Like practically no one reported dreams during stage 1 sleep. During stage 2 sleep, again, these people in the study would say, no, I didn't think I had a dream. Now, when they got to stage 3, it was kind of interesting. A lot of people, stage 3 delta slow wave sleep is not known for dreaming, but yet a lot of people would say, yeah, I think I had a dream. Now, it was much less than REM sleep. Spoiler alert. What was interesting is people would say, yeah, I had a dream. And then they would say, okay, well, what was the dream about? Oh, yeah, I was in a field of yellow daisies. Oh, okay, and what happened? I don't know. So what they were getting is just these single images of something. It was like a landscape, or just pretty much like, if someone's writing a book and they write out, it was a cloudy day and they were in a room with whatever. It was just pretty much an image. So then they did the same thing with REM sleep. And it was really interesting that during REM sleep, when they were woken up out of it, that's the important part of this. When they're woken up out of it, they would notice that they would have dreams, and then they'd remember the dreams. And the dreams, when they're described, was more of a movie. So oh yeah, I was here and I did this and I did that, and that whole thing. So I've done this exact same thing because I've worked during the day now, and typically what day staff does is, among scoring sleep studies and helping patients, we also run narcolepsy tests, which are called MSLT, multiple sleep latency tests. And so we have to go in after 5 naps, wake them up, and one of the questions is, did you sleep? How long do you think it took you to fall asleep? And then I would always ask, did you dream? Now I know what sleep stage they were in when I walked into the room, and so I've kind of, in my own way, done this test, replicated this study, hundreds of, if not thousands of times over. And so I've found pretty much the exact same thing that this study found. And so back to the question at hand is, oh my God, I don't think I'm getting REM sleep. Well, how do you know? Because you're not waking up during REM sleep, most likely. So most people, if you're a healthy sleeper, you may report, I don't sleep at all. I don't have REM sleep at all. And maybe one time a night. Well, that's probably right before you wake up. Most people are in REM during those early morning hours, and so when you wake up out of it, you remember it. It also happens to be your longest REM period. And REM is also actually quite easy to wake up out of. People think it's a deep stage of sleep. It's not. You can actually wake up out of REM sleep pretty easily, and actually that is the one stage of sleep you want to be woken up out of. You tend to not have that groggy feeling and the fogginess. You wake up out of delta sleep, you feel like crap. You feel like you've just been hit with a ton of bricks and you're groggy and all that. Also very difficult to wake someone up out of delta sleep. You can usually, like with kids, run a marching band through there and they're not going to wake up. Something on the same note that I think is very interesting is some people think they do not have sleep apnea because they're like, no, oh yeah, I dream all the time. I can't have sleep apnea. My sleep's great. I constantly dream. What this tells me is that they're waking up constantly out of REM. Their REM is extremely disrupted. Typically, they're extremely vivid. Often they're extremely violent, or they have some kind of an anxious, high anxiety theme to them. So if you're having these kind of dreams, usually you're having that because you're having a bunch of adrenaline dumped into your bloodstream because your body's in that fight or flight thing because your neck's getting choked off from sleep apnea. So sometimes having a lot of dreams isn't a great thing. Now I know that because of the title of this, and I haven't chosen a title for this yet, people are going to ask about interpretation of dreams. Now I actually have this girl that I work with has her master's degree, and she did her studies in dream interpretation. And oh my God, I tease her so much because really, how can you interpret dreams? I think it's up to the person that has them. So don't ask me about dream interpretation. It is seriously of very little, I'm not going to say no, it's of little interest to me because in my opinion, it means something different to different people. Hopefully that answers your question with that. Hopefully people aren't putting all that weight on their sleep based on how much REM sleep they are perceiving themselves as having. Again, let me say it again. Just because you're having a lot of REM sleep means you're probably waking up from REM a lot. If you wake up, you don't feel like you had REM sleep, it doesn't mean you didn't have it. Really, the only way to know whether you had it or not and how consolidated it was is to have an EEG while you're sleeping or have a sleep study. It's really the only way. So that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helps you understand and not freak out so much about your sleep and sleep quality and how your PAP therapy is doing based on your perception. But I certainly understand where it's coming from. Absolutely. If I didn't do my job, I would be thinking the exact same thing. All right, with that, I appreciate you watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel and the link will left 27, and also please share this on social media if you have it. I also appreciate your support. I have a donate button on my forum, freecpapadvice.com/forum. And if you would be so kind, even a donation, monthly donation to patreon.com/freecpapadvice. Would appreciate it. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, put them below in the comment section. I do peruse these every now and then, though not quite as often as I should. But again, that's where I get good ideas. So I must be looking at them enough, right? All right, thanks for watching. Bye.